How God deals with those who hurt you is something you may not always see immediately, but it is something heaven never ignores. When you are wounded, betrayed, abandoned, or mistreated, it can feel like nobody sees your pain and nobody understands your silent battles. But God sees every tear, every moment you held your tongue to keep peace, every time you stayed quiet instead of fighting back, every night you cried and still woke up trying to be strong. He sees the hidden pain in your heart, the invisible bruises on your spirit, and the unseen weight you carry alone. No attack against you goes unnoticed by God. No wound is forgotten. No injustice is ignored. God watches closely, even when you think he is silent. He is not blind to cruelty. He is not deaf to your cries. He is not distant from your suffering. When someone hurts you, they think they are hurting someone defenseless. But God takes it personally when you are wounded, because you belong to him. The first way God deals with those who hurt you is through divine protection. There are moments when God removes someone from your life abruptly because he saw what you couldn't. He saw motives that were hidden. He saw jealousy disguised as friendship. He saw manipulation covered in kindness. He saw betrayal forming long before you sensed anything wrong. And even when it hurts, even when you don't understand, God protects you by closing doors you would have kept open. Their exit was not a mistake. Their distance is not an accident. Their silence is not a curse. God separated you from people who would have destroyed your spirit. When God shuts a door, it's because he saw danger behind it. When he removes a person, it's because their presence was a threat to your destiny. You were not rejected. You were rescued. Another way God deals with those who hurt you is through exposure. Not to embarrass them, but to free you. God allows truth to break through the surface even when lies try to bury it. He lets masks fall off. He lets motives reveal themselves. He lets the hidden come to light. Because you cannot build your future with people who hide their true hearts. You cannot rise while tied to people who secretly hope you fail. So God exposes situations, not to punish you, but to protect you. When the truth comes out, it may break your heart, but it will free your spirit. Exposure is painful, but it is also a gift. It is God's way of saying, this is not who you thought they were, and I will not let them walk with you into your destiny. God also deals with those who hurt you through divine justice. This justice is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not always immediate, but it is precise. God lets people reap what they sow. He allows their choices to return to them in their own time. He does not need to throw lightning. He does not need to shout. He simply lets spiritual laws do their work. When you stay silent, God speaks. When you stand still, God moves. When you refuse to repay evil with evil, God fights for you. Your silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. Your calmness is not fear, it is faith. God sees their actions, even the ones done in secret, and he responds in ways you cannot imagine. You don't need to defend yourself when God is your defender. Sometimes God deals with those who hurt you by elevating you in front of them. He blesses you in the very areas where they wanted to see you struggle. He lifts you in seasons they expected you to fall. He increases you in places they hoped you would shrink. God does not silence your enemies by punishing them. He silences them by prospering you. Your rise becomes the proof of his presence. Your success becomes the evidence of his favor. Your blessing becomes the response they never expected. When God decides to promote you, no jealousy can cancel it, no gossip can stop it, and no hatred can dim it. Your elevation is God's way of showing that what was meant to break you only pushed you closer to your purpose. Another powerful way God deals with those who hurt you is by transforming you into someone they can no longer recognize. They expected the pain to crush you, but it made you stronger. They expected the betrayal to end you, but it awakened you. They thought their absence would weaken you, but it freed you. Your healing becomes their lesson. Your growth becomes their reminder. Your peace becomes their silent mirror. God changes you so deeply that the person who was hurt is not the same person who rises. He turns your tears into wisdom, your wounds into power, your heartbreak into clarity, your suffering into strength. God uses what they did to you as material for your transformation. God also deals with those who hurt you by protecting your heart from becoming like theirs. The greatest trap of pain is bitterness. The enemy wants you to harden your heart, to become cold, to carry anger, to seek revenge, to lose your softness. But God keeps your heart pure. He heals you before bitterness can take root. He restores your spirit so that no matter what they did, you do not become like them. Forgiveness is not letting them win. It is refusing to carry their darkness into your future. Peace is not weakness. It is proof that God is still in control. When God heals your heart, you regain a strength that cruelty cannot steal. Sometimes God deals with those who hurt you by giving them time to change. His correction is patient. His conviction is gentle. He gives chances, warnings, and moments of truth. But when they refuse to change, when they refuse to see the pain they caused, when they refuse to grow, God simply removes them from affecting your future. Not to punish them, but to protect you. Every separation is divine surgery. Every distance is divine mercy. Every disconnection is God saying, I am preserving your destiny. And while God is dealing with them, He is also dealing with you. He is healing you in the quiet places. He is rebuilding your confidence. He is strengthening your identity. He is restoring the parts of you that were damaged by their words, actions, or betrayal. Healing is not forgetting. It is rising above. Healing is the proof that their actions did not win. Healing is God's loudest justice. Your peace is proof of victory. Your restoration is proof of His promise. Your future is proof of His faithfulness. In the end, the most beautiful way God deals with those who hurt you is by rewriting your story so powerfully that the pain becomes part of your testimony, not your identity. What hurt you becomes what shaped you. What broke you becomes what built you. What was meant to destroy you becomes what developed you. God turns every wound into wisdom, every loss into direction, every heartbreak into alignment, and every betrayal into elevation. You begin to see why things had to happen the way they did. You begin to understand why certain people were removed, why certain doors closed, and why certain seasons were painful. God's justice is not just about dealing with them, it is about preparing you for greater. So be still. Do not worry. Do not panic. Do not repay. He is already working behind the scenes. He is dealing with what you cannot see. He is correcting what you cannot confront. He is healing what you cannot fix. He is moving people, shifting situations, closing doors, opening paths, and positioning you for blessings that pain prepared you for. Trust His process, trust His timing, trust His justice. The God who saw your tears will not let you walk into your future carrying the weight of someone else's wrongdoing. You are covered. You are protected. And God Himself is dealing with everything, seen and unseen, on your behalf. Your story is not over. Your victory is already in motion. And the next chapter of your life will be the proof that God never abandons the brokenhearted.